Hello students, welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simplified. My name is Mr. Stanley Ombogo. So dear students, I believe that you are doing great, and we have been looking at a number of functional skills topics that we have in Form 4 work. So far we have had the chance to look at a very good number, not so many. But if you missed that, kindly check it out. Look for our previous videos and ensure that we are all reading from the same script. So in this session, dear students, allow me to take you through, that is writing a book review. But before we get into that, remember back in Form 3 work, we introduced book reviews, but we just had a chance to look at a few steps or guidelines on how to write these reviews. So this is just a confirmation that the entire Form 4 work is a summary of whatever we have learned in Form 1, 2, and 3 work. So except for only 1, 2, 3 new concepts that are introduced there, but expect us to, discuss some of the things that we had discussed in the previous levels, but with with some depth. So now, when we talk about reviews, dear students, this is a summarized information of what a book is about without necessarily reading the whole book. So to review a book is to analyze, examine, evaluate a text in order to determine its suitability, relevance to the reader, background information, and for publicity. So this means that if you want to write a book review, then as the person reviewing the book, you must ensure that you have read the entire book. Remember, you are writing a review for somebody who has not read the book, but as the person doing the review, you must read the original book, the whole of it, before coming up with a review. So when writing a book review, include the following. So these are some of the features that you must ensure that you include in your book review. So the first one is a correct format, the correct format. So we are going to look at the format that is said to be correct. Apart from the correct format, we have the synopsis. So when you talk about synopsis of a book, this is just a brief summary on the striking content or the major events of the book. So again, remember that when you're writing a synopsis, you don't include everything that is inside the book. So you only go for the striking or the major events, the areas that are captivating. So apart from that, you must also include the main thematic concerns that are in the book that you are reviewing. Apart from the main thematic concerns, dear students, you must also ensure to include the main styles, major characters, and main setting of the book. So remember, when we talk about setting, this is where we mention the place where the events in the book takes place, the time, and even the social setting, that is the division of class, if at all we have any in the book. So apart from that, another important feature that you must also ensure to include in your book review is providing precise strengths and weaknesses of the text. Apart from that, you are also advised to give your own opinion or assessment about the text. So when talking about your own opinion or assessment, you can talk about things like, whether the author has been able to achieve something. I mean, whether the author is successful in whatever he or she was trying to or is trying to put across or not. Then you must also provide valid reasons. So apart from your own opinion and assessment, also ensure that you use simple present tense to make it live and timeless. So do not use past tense, but use a simple present tense that will make it, timeless. Apart from that, uh, a book a good book review must have a layout of a review. And we are going to see some of the things that we are supposed to include when, creating or when coming up with a good layout. So on to the next issue, we have some of the steps uh, that are shown on how to write a book review. So how to write a book review. The steps are shown are normally followed when reviewing a book, say a novel, or maybe we can talk about a film. So the first step, dear students, describe what the novel is about in a couple of sentences. So if we are talking about an artist of the floating world, if we are talking about, the Samaritan, which is a play, if we are talking about Blossoms of the Savannah, for instance, which is a novel, what is the novel about? So you must briefly describe what the novel is about uh, in a few sentences. Then the next step, discuss what is particular, that is what in particular, sorry, you liked about the book that you are reviewing. So your thoughts and feelings about the novel are the main focus when doing this. Then the questions, some of the questions that will help you, to a great extent when discussing what in particular you liked about the book are the following. So the first question, who was your favorite character, huh? And why? Then the next question, did the characters feel real to you? Then question number 3, did the story keep you guessing what to happen next and next? That is what we call suspense. So, did the writer leave you in suspense? Was the story easy to conclude? Then, apart from that, which part of the book was your favorite and why? So, again, here is where you must also give valid reasons to support uh, your opinion or assessment, just like we had, mentioned earlier. So the next question is, did the novel make you laugh, smile, or cry? And of course, you must also give reasons why. So the third step, so those are just some of the questions that will help you to a great extent when discussing what in particular you liked about the book that you are reviewing. So the third step that we have, mention what you disliked about the novel. This is by discussing why you think it didn't work for you. So again, some questions that you can ask yourself to, help you in this discussion are: number 1, was the ending frustrating? And number 2, was the story scary for your feeling? Then in step number 4, summarize some of your thoughts on the novel, suggesting the type of reader you would recommend the novel for. So, for example, would you recommend it for young readers? Would you, recommend it for fans of crime? Would you recommend it for high school students? Would you recommend it for adolescents? Would you recommend it for the elderly? Would you recommend it for those who are religious? Or would you recommend it for, those who are pagans, and so on? So that is what we mean when we talk about the target audience. So who would you recommend the novel for? Then step number 5, we are told that at times you can rate the novel. So in rating the novel, you can, for example, give it a mark out of 10. So depending on your own judgment or your feeling about the book, you can also rate it by, either giving it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and so on. Yeah. So as we started, remember we talked about the format or the layout. We said that a book review must have a correct format or a correct layout, but we did not mention, these details that we are supposed to include under the format. So what you have on the screen, dear students, the format or is the format or layout of a good book review. So when you want to write a book review, you must start with the title, and the title is a book review. You can add that is the name of the novel or book that you are reviewing. So after writing your book review and writing the title of the book, so we have an example there, An Artist of the Floating World, or you can talk about any other book that you would want to review. So after writing the title, you move to the author. So you write the name of the author. Mhm. After writing the name of the author, for example, Kazuo Ishiguro, we move to the publisher. So, for example, East African Educational Publishers Limited. And after that is writing the publisher, you move straight to the year of publication. So if the book was, published in 2017, 2018, 2019, you state under the year of publication. Then another thing that is also advised, or another detail that you're also allowed to include is the price. So in this case, the price shouldn't be fixed, because we understand there are different outlets with different prices. So we have an example there, Kenya shillings 500. Then after that, you move to the number of pages. So we have also an example there. So remember, the details that we are using in this format are not accurate. They are just examples to guide you on how you are supposed to be writing your format, or rather your layout, before you start reviewing the book. Then after writing the number of pages, you move to the next part, that is availability. So under availability, here you can talk, you can talk about where the books can be found. So if they are found in all the bookshops, you indicate. If maybe they are found in specific bookshops, you also give the name and the place. Then lastly, as the person doing the review, you must also write your name under the reviewer. So this is the correct format that I earlier on talked about with regards to writing a book review. So I hope that will be, super helpful to you. So here's a summary of the body. That is how you are supposed to go about the body. We had mentioned a few under the steps, but this is just a summary of the entire thing. So the summary of the body, we are told that when developing your body paragraphs, number one, the candidate should be able to at least capture the main characters as he or she brings out the plot and thematic concerns in the novel. So the candidate should also bring out some styles used in the poem. The candidate should show the strength and weaknesses of the work of art being reviewed. Then the candidate should conclude by encouraging the other students to read the novel, since it is one of the examinable text. So, dear students, that brings us to the end of writing a book review. I believe that you've gained from the session, and I look forward to seeing you in other episodes to come. Until next time, bye.